Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to show you how we can draw these three capsicum using oil pastel. So the main and the most important thing about this drawing is the basic structure. Here I have taken a bit of time in the video to show you like how we can do these perfect mirrorings. Like three objects are here, all are of different shapes and sizes. So the idea which I am going to give you in this tutorial, you can use it in any art form to create these reflections on the black mirror or mirror image of any object. Okay, and I will show you how you can place those objects perfectly in a drawing. Like you see the gap in these two places, both have equal distance. So how you can do these and how you can do these mirror images, otherwise everything else is same. Like the coloring technique is quite same, which I use in every other oil pastel video. Except for that, the basic thing will be, or the most important thing would be to learn the mirroring of the objects. So without further ado, let's get to the tutorial.
So first of all, we are going to draw the basic shape of the capsicum and see how I'm drawing lines. So in this drawing, the basic structure is the most important thing. So see how many lines I drew and how I am dividing the positions of each and every capsicum. Like the position is very important. Like you have three subjects, so how you will view them depends on how you have set them beside each other. Sometimes the gaps between the objects matters. And see, I have kept equal distance on both sides, which is why I did I took the measurements. So see, within those gaps I am drawing the first three capsicums. The basic shapes of capsicum are also quite simple. You can just follow them and see now how I am marking the points where they have touched the lines and the peaks of the capsicum. And see, I'm now taking measurements on the bottom side. Through those measurements, I'll draw the reflections. Here, drawing the reflections perfectly is very important. Although due to the black background, lot of the detailings will go into hiding because of these the black shadow. Like lot of the detailings will go into hiding because of the black shadows. But still, here every peak, every detailing is important. That's why see, I'm taking measurements. I took the measurements and accordingly I'm drawing the mirror image. Once you get the mirroring done properly, you can go with the shading. Here the shading is not very difficult, but I will still give you some idea where you might face the difficulty. Okay, so see, I'm trying to create a mirror image almost 90% similar to the object on the top. This is very important that you match at least 90% of the object in the bottom as well. I spent a lot of time in doing the basic structures for this drawing. I would say most of my time, like a good chunk of my time, went into drawing the basic shapes properly. So see how I'm taking the measurements of each and everything, like from where the stem is coming out, from where there is a peak, from where the peaks are starting and ending. I have tried to match almost everything possible. So now we will just rub out the guidelines, and now you will be able to see the objects which we will be painting. Some center lines as well. I've tried to mark out almost each and everything. Okay, so now first of all I'm going with the red. Just a single layer of red I would say I'm giving out here. I've used the oil pastel heating technique out here as well. So in case you don't know the oil pastel heating technique, I'll give the link in the I button. So an overview of oil pastel heating technique would be that you have to heat the oil pastel. I heat it with a candle and then I just blow over it, let it cool down a little bit, and then I apply the colors. Helps me create layers. So now I'll be using medium yellow out here. The most difficult and most tricky subject in this drawing is this yellow capsicum. You'll see why. I've noticed few things while doing this drawing which I'll be sharing with you. So I have used Dom's oil pastel out here, which is moderately soft, and heating makes it just softer, which helps me create layers. But if you are using some other oil pastel which are more softer, then you might not even need the heating. So I'm using some dark green out here. Same color will go at the bottom as well. Here the speed is moderately slow, so you can follow the steps which I am doing properly. So just see how I'm giving the strokes, how I am following the shape of the capsicum. See, always my strokes are in a little bit curved pattern and from top to bottom. So I'm giving another layer of red out here actually. Remember the shadows, the reflections on the black mirror will have a darker tone, and red, black, these things mix very well with black. Red, green, blue, these things match very nicely with black. So I gave light green out there. And now the most common step which I do almost in all my realistic drawings. But still remember that you have to go as close to the subject as possible. So see, I'm creating the outlines and I'm giving the final shape of the capsicum. And now I'll be going on with the shading. So I'm applying little bit of black. Just see the pressure I'm applying. I'm not applying too much pressure. I need a light black so that I can create a gradient of red over it. See, now I'm giving red. See how well the colors mix and how nicely they create gradients as well as shadings. So the bottom portion will have a darker tone. That's why I'm covering more areas with black, and after blending I'll get a darker tone at the bottom, and this is the easy part. Some more black, and then I'm just blending out with red. This time creating another layer of red on the top. So some of the areas are supposed to have little bit of shine, I would say. That's why I'm taking off some of the colors using the Q-tip, and then I'm blending that area with red. So see, I'm creating an even more darker tone out here. So see how I'm maintaining the curves as well. Those curves are very important. Not only on the top subject but on the mirror image below as well. So now I'm applying some black for the green area, and see, it's mixing quite nicely, or not. I would say it's not looking anything awkward or anything with that. Some sap green, and some dark green. So you have to create layers of colors one upon the another, and always remember that there's gonna be a darker tone in the bottom. So these are the reflection drawings which I am doing right now, and trust me, these are the easy realistic drawings. They don't have much variation. You don't have to do much. All you have to do is just create the basic shape and follow the shading technique which I'm sure you have been doing for a long time, or you have been practicing at least. So see how the bottom portion is much more darker. Actually, when the finished drawing, you'll see the bottom capsicum is almost like invisible. It's only visible through the how I would say, the reflection which appears in the reflection of the capsicum, the reflection of light which appears on the body of the capsicum could be seen when you do the mirror image. Those highlighted areas will give you the effect. So I used little bit of dark yellow, and now I'm going with the orange. Yellow capsicum in this drawing will have one of the most smoothest texture. So I'm using some vermilion hue out here to give those dark tones of orange, and little bit of dark brown to create those little bit of fine shadows. Some more brown at the bottom. So what I observed through this drawing is that handling the yellow is quite tough. Handling the yellow is very tough. Like, black mixes quite well with red. So I give some brown, now some ochre yellow. So now I'm giving some orange. So what I and some more brown. So what I experienced in this drawing is that creating a darker tone of yellow is quite tough. You have to go for ochre yellow, dark yellow, some orange, but the brightest part of a yellowish object could be little bit more of a brownish tone. It might have a very brownish tone. So here I'm giving some dark yellow and now some orange. But the main problem with a yellow subject is that dark brown or brown doesn't mix very well with yellow. You can create layers, but they won't mix very nicely or won't give the blending effect very nicely. However, so I give some dark brown, now some orange, little bit of black. However, if you try to create a darker shade of yellow using the common technique which we generally use here, like mixing with black, it won't come. It will give you a very different color, like some dirty yellow, but it won't give you a darker yellow. Some more orange. So here I am giving some sap green and a little bit of black. So I'll be giving sap green in in every stem. Every detailing is important. Always remember that. If you think that okay, I can leave out this detailing, it won't matter. It's the small things which make the detailings come to life. So always make sure you get the detailing right if you are going for a realistic drawing or painting. Some sap green I gave in the yellow, and then I gave some brown, very little black, with white pencil I just cleared out the bottom portion a little bit to give the sharp little bit of a sharpness, I would say, to the edges. here I'm putting some light reflections on the stem, and now some reflections on the body of the capsicum. So I've heated the oil pastel a little bit, and now with very light pressure I'm creating some reflections. So now I'm using the white pen to create that, variation of white, like I say. Those are the shines of the capsicum, so you have to get the detailing right. So see, the reflection on the top is much brighter, and those on the bottom is not that much bright. So I'll be reducing the reflections a little bit more. The reflections on the subject will be more than the reflections on the mirror image. See how much close attention I am paying to the detailing. Now some reflections on the green capsicum. The same process will be repeated, and once this is done, I'll place some light. See, I'm giving some light effect at the background. After this, I'll just blend it out. So friends, if you like this tutorial, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to press the bell notification because I upload new videos every week. So until next time, goodbye.